too. There we go. What country?
You said what?
What country are you from?
Nigeria.
You Nigerian too?
Yes, sir. Uh-oh. You Nigerian too? Whoa, I'm finding this out now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
What's going on?
It's been a minute since I've been there, but I was there for my brother's wedding and I was there for my auntie's wedding. I've only been there 2 times though.
Uh-oh, you full Nigerian. Half Nigerian.
50%, yeah, my dad.
You were there, what's your mom?
My mom is American, just like European, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
we're all Europe.
Wow. What's your full name?
Nathan Orisha Jube.
Thank God. Thank God.
It's nice, young boy.
Wow. That just shocked me. Oh, shocked me like this.
Hey,
that's crazy, bro.
Hey, we gotta represent our culture. And you know what? Every time I go
to
to Texas, I'm like, dang, like there's a lot of Nigerians in America. You know what I'm saying?
So many. They're just so spread out, but you gonna find them everywhere. But Houston is a place that you gonna find.
Dallas, wherever you go.
What? Even DMV got so much.
Yeah, man. So Minnesota, that's the other thing I'm trying to do. Cause I put out this video the other day and I mentioned Libyanka, and everyone was like, "Oh, you think she's the only African?" I'm like, "No, that's just I'm trying to give y'all an intro."
Bro, people gonna do that, bro.
So that's what I'm gonna ask you about later.
Of course,
you know. But let's just jump right into it.
For sure, let's do it.
All right. So you staring at you got yours? Yeah. Yo, we staring at the city, man. We got a very special guest here today. We're gonna do it the right way. Go ahead and introduce yourself, tell them your name and what you represent.
Yes, I'm Mack, I'm McFortune Osinachi Ibekwe, aka Mack OC. I'm an artist here in the Twin Cities, born and raised, and I just represent love, passion, and bringing positive energy and changing people's lives how we can, you know?
Yes, sir.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes, sir. That's how we do it. Okay, tell me about your Nigerian heritage. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important that we represent
always
Niger. You feel me?
You get me? No, for sure. It's so important to me. Like, especially now that I've started doing more Afro music, it's such a good gateway to learning more about my culture. Because before I really strayed away from Afro music, or you know, as Nigerians, it wasn't always cool to be African, you feel me? Like, it was real, we had gone through points of, our clothes smell like the spices at home and getting baked for it every day. But like now it's come to a point of, it's beautiful to see that it's come to a point that it is cool. Like, it's an advantage to be African, to have a culture. And people are really even envious of that to an extent. So it's like, it's a blessing, and it's a blessing to like know that we are people that we didn't just hop on the trend when it became a trend, that we had to rep it from jump, and we were here repping it when it wasn't cool to rep it. And now to see it change 360 or 180 and be cool to rep it now is like, it's an amazing thing. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful to have that kind of culture and be raised in that kind of household. I'm so grateful for my parents and for my family to make sure that, like, even though, you know, how hard it is for immigrants to come to America and have to assimilate to American culture, and you know, I don't speak my native language fluently.
Me either. Yeah, I can't. Every time my dad is on the phone, I'm like, "What are you guys talking
about?" We're trying to pick it up as we go, but it's like, and I can come and be upset at my parents how I want to of you didn't teach me this when I was younger and whatever. But it's like, I have to fully understand, especially as I've gotten older, like coming to a whole different country and knowing the kind of struggles that you had to go through of having an accent, not being able to understand certain things. Like, they didn't want to pass that kind of trouble on to us, you know. So I completely understand why they went about it in their way, but I
had that same thoughts before, like, Dad, how come you didn't, you know what I'm saying, like, break it down for me? But like the way you put it right there, it makes sense, you know, we're trying to avoid the struggle.
We're trying to avoid it. Like, they saw how hard it was for them to go through it. So why would I put my own kid? I brought my kid to America to have a better life than me, not to come and live the same kind of problems that I had. So I'm trying to have you come and fit into this place, because I can't fit into this place.
That must be why my dad calls me upstairs just to grab the TV remote for him.
Man, they gotta blame it on something, yo. Why else would I have kids if I can't just go get the remote for me? I shouldn't work a day in my life anymore. I work too much.
Tell you shit. Favorite Niger food?
Oh, come on. There's too much. I'm such an agusi soup warrior.
Agusi over pepper?
I like pepper too, but goosey soup is my go-to.
Okay.
I'm such a pounded yam guy.
Oh.
I'm such a pounded yam guy. Jollof, of course, is my thing.
You like fufu?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Man. Yeah, all of them though.
Yeah.
Plantain.
Yeah,
Plantain, it has to be soft though, not hard. If it's hard, I don't like that one.
You know, there's a place in between.
You get me.
But hold on, tell me about your name, Mack OC. How you know what I'm saying? How did you?
How come about my first name is McFortune, and my dad's name is Fortune.
If you don't get your Nigerian,
you know how Nigerians wrong. Godwin and Precious and
Friday, Thursday.
Friday is crazy. No lie, stuff like that. My dad's name is Fortune. He wanted to combine it with like Archangel Michael, so he combined Michael and Fortune and made Mick Fortune.
There it is.
And so growing up, my family always called me Mackie, just as a nickname for Mick Fortune. And I went to school at St. Anthony Village. It's a high school in by northeast Minneapolis. Yeah. And my aunt, I moved in with my aunt then. I was like 8th grade, and she was the only person in the world that called me Mac. Out from Mackie. She just called me Mac as a nickname there. And so she signed me up for that school, and they asked her if I had any nicknames, and she put down Mac. So when I got to that school, they started calling me Mac, and I was, well, I'm just gonna have to go there because it's already in the system. So that's when I started getting called Mac. But then the OC, my middle name is Osinachi. And so the people in the Nigerian community, a short version, a nickname for Osinachi is OC, like OSI. So they would just be OC Waba and that kind of stuff. So I just combined the two nicknames of Mac and OC. And people on my basketball team would call me OC as in the letters O and C for out of control.
There it is.
I was such an OC player, you know what I mean? So now I was just like, it fits the two. So I just combined Mac OC, and that's what it is.
That's fire, OC.
Sure.
My boy Rich Garvey always say OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Fire.
For
nice.
sure.
Tell me about Ozone.
Ozone's amazing.
What is Ozone? You know what I'm saying? For the people who might not know, I think my audience might know, but for who, if they don't, just start at the beginning. You know?
For sure. Ozone's the crew, the collective, the gang. That's my people, and we're a collective of 6 artists, Afro-centric artists that make all types of music, are able to make all types of music. And that goes to my guy Breezy Too Fresh, goes to my guy Chinwe, my guy LB Original, my guy Bakari, and our queen is Summer. So, and myself. So I'm the newest member of the group, of the 6 of us. So it's a big collective. We all perform as individual artists, and we perform together as well. We do our own crafts individually and come together and make even bigger stuff. So we do shows across the city. We make projects. We have a project out now, Coup d'etat, that's out on all platforms under Ozone Creations. And yeah, that's them the people, bro. They are. If you can't check out anything else, check out Ozone Creations, and then go and promote everybody individually too. So everyone's a great artist by themselves.
Cheers to that. Coup d'etat too. Yeah, every time I'm on, Instagram, trying to find a song to put with my reel, I feel like I can find an Ozone track that fits it pretty well. You feel me? Yeah. So y'all are really you do it right. You're ingrained in the meta system too. You know, and that takes like a real team. So salute to that.
Well, definitely. Thank you.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Tell me about. So you say you're the newest member.
Yes, sir.
That means there's a history.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit of or can you start at the beginning? Is there a beginning?
Yeah, there's a beginning even before me though. Like I was not too aware of everything going on when there was a lot. I know that there was a bigger Ozone. Like originally started off with like Libyanka and all of them were in a bigger
Ozone. Like a whole gang. It was more of like a collective.
Yes, it was a huge collective of people. And then they had broken off into different collectives as well, or working on their own, or different things like that. It's no bad blood. Everyone's all good still, but everyone went across in their own ways at times. I only knew of Ozone because Obi and Chinwe are like my big cousins. Like they're both Nigerian, so we grew up together. Most part, Obi's like a big brother to me. Like I grew up, he was the first person I knew outside of my family when I was a baby. So, because he lived in the same apartment. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So then I knew of Ozone and like I knew of it because of Obi, and I wanted to be a part of it. But I also went to school in Atlanta. So when I went to school in Atlanta, I was doing music over there, and I would hit up Obi as like the little annoying cousin, and Obi ain't even pay attention to it. As he shouldn't, because I didn't do anything. I just I just want to be a part. I want to be. It was cool. So, but then eventually I came back. COVID kicked us out from Atlanta, and I came back here. And then Chinwe had me come and do a feature with him for a show that they had. Okay. And when I performed there, then Ozone like Obi Summer, Chinwe, all them were there. And West Side Boy, which is LaBianca's creative.
The West Side, yeah.
That whole agency was there too. And then, then I got introduced to a lot of people that day. Off of that performance was at Northwestern. Okay. I got introduced to a lot of people on that day. And then off of that performance, I ended up joining West Side Boy after that, which was LaBianca and Metro and all them creative. And I was there for a while until I thought that it would be better for my own career to join Ozone. Sure. So then I joined Ozone like April or May of 2021, pretty sure. And then now we're here. That's history, for sure.
I love to see it. Okay, cool. That's the past. What do you see coming?
Madness, crazy stuff. Like, I really think Ozone is such a revolution in itself, and people are not able to see it or understand it because it's hard, especially in a place like Minnesota where everyone feels like they gotta be the one out of Minnesota, and they gotta be, once you're the first one, you have to be the only one as well. And that's a lot of people's mindset, is really like one for all type of thing.
That's crazy.
To come and see a collective like Ozone working together and also individually being such forces in their own field, it's just hard for people to comprehend and understand or really accept. So I think just once we break through a certain wall, then there's only a few more walls we can break through at this point. So it's like just getting through there and getting through the minds of people, then it's gonna be just crazy.
On a city level, I'll say I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I see dominance from you guys for sure. Like, if there's an event, if it's not Ozone, I'm wondering, like, did you guys really like think about like who you were gonna put? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll just say that. Cool, man. All right, cool. So now tell me, let's go a little bit wider here. Tell me about, so we in Twin Cities.
For sure.
Tell me about what we see going on here, because I made a video the other day, and so I want to expand my perspective because I feel like it might be limited. What do you see in the Afrobeats community, you know what I'm saying, African music community, not necessarily hip hop?
Yeah.
What do you see? Who do you see?
There's so many people. There's so many people that I know I'm not even going to do it justice naming certain people, but
it's just what stands out to you.
Yeah. What stands out to me, of course, my guys in Ozone, everybody. Outside of that, West Side Collective people as well. Angie Bay, Ghana Boy, Kwame J, all them like.
Who's the first one you just said?
Angie Bay.
Okay, I'm gonna do this research. See, that's why I do this. It's called staring at the city, like really looking. You know,
the
like
city got a lot, yo.
Yeah,
the city got a lot. I just dropped a song earlier this month with my guy Osad DeRay.
Okay,
he is like my younger brother, bro. That's family to me, and he's amazing as well. People gonna be hearing about him a lot more. Even people like the OGs of it, like Barry, who do a variety, like Michael Kriz. Oh my goodness, like there's so many, and I'm even trying to remember more. I know they're gonna keep popping up as I go. But
for me, this is fun.
Yeah.
Because like some people look at it and they think of it as competition. Like, I guess it can be, but like that's not the goal. You know, the goal at the end of the day is to create. You know what I'm saying, and keep it going.
If you look at people in Minnesota as your competition, you're thinking very small. You're thinking too small, and you're only doing it for the clout aspect of it. Like, and at some point, what I stand so strongly on, what is real shall prosper. And if you are making music as someone that's real with genuine intentions, and you just want to put out the best product to the world, then that's going to show. But we can see, and we can pinpoint, and the people are going to see as well. The people that are just doing it to get past somebody else, doing it out of envy, doing it to gain a certain stature, whatever it be. Like, this just to think of Minnesota as competition when we are not where we need to be at. Like, this isn't.
It's not even enough people here to really be like a sustainable market, right? But it is a great place to get a decent start and to have like a home base, right?
100%.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add on that? Let me know.
I think, the Afro scene in general is amazing. I love seeing it, and I think Minnesota is collecting a sound off of that too, which is great, especially with the help of Libby getting to where she is. Like, that is something that to shine an Afro spotlight on Minnesota like that is amazing. So
I'm saying,
and just I think just the main point is for us to just stay focused in what we're doing, work as a team, work together, and what we got going on, collaborate with each other, because it's not no competition at the end of the day. Like, we are really, like, all of us are so tough. And if we keep it as I'm trying to work against Obi Original, or I'm trying to work against Jerry, whoever it is, like, bro, that's gonna get you the views for the time period, but at some point, bro, it's like, we're not even where we need to be.
You're not looking at the right picture.
You're not looking at the right picture.
Yeah.
You're not staring at the city. You get me? You're looking at the home. I'm telling you, yo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it,
or you're caught in a social media war, right? Yeah, that's
telling
why
you.
I put this stuff on my website first,
Man.
and then it goes to social media after that. You know, my website, then YouTube, then social media, because
Right.
like that can be the third layer.
Bro.
I don't really need it.
Bro,
You feel me?
it's so much more real.
So-
Who has time to be arguing on social media with other Minnesota?
Definitely not arguing, man. We
Go
gotta use
get
this
a
concept
job.
type
Go
shit.
get a job.
Go put out a video or something.
Like,
Man.
do something.
Tell me though, real quick, drip check. What we got?
Oh yeah, man.
What we got?
We got the dog ones, bro, the go-to. You get me? The big boosts. They make guys like this tell me that I'm tall. That's all.
He brought the dogs.
That's exactly what I need to be. We got the jean shorts. These my papa jean shorts. You get, and I have the, this is all the Dickies shirt.
Okay.
I cut the sleeves off though.
Got the dick. Okay.
Yeah, you get me to make it a little bit added to myself.
You feel what I'm
got
saying?
The gym from summer. You get me?
Respect.
The LA hat to represent what Kendrick has done. I was just watching Kendrick before I came here, and I was just geeked about it. So I said, let me just put on my hat, and gave me the backpack from Zara, a leather backpack.
Drip.
You get me? And that's what we do, bro.
Okay.
And the cross, you know, gotta carry the cross wherever we go. Always.
Representing.
Always gotta
G.O.D.
represent
body.
that. You get me?
So now we gotta say, because you said it, you gotta talk about Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Drake.
See,
You said
guys,
it, you opened
look, I don't even have to say anything, bro. It's just watching that performance has changed. I already felt like it was already a done deal, and I feel like everybody understood it's a done deal. But to come and have that kind of show put together, it's like this is now past the beef. This is just like you are just stapling the fact of why you are such a legend as Kendrick Lamar. Like that was one of the best shows I have ever watched. Like
Culture.
What you're bringing yeah, the whole of LA, the whole of California, like to come and do that. And I'm saying it right now, I'm staying at the city. One day I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do that same stuff from Minnesota. I'm telling you, like that's going to be a huge. We're going to show the culture in Minnesota the way that was shown in California. That's amazing.
It's like a reclamation.
Reclamation.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
because I kind of feel like as though, unfortunately, Drake has come to represent a part of the mainstream culture, which is not something that people want.
right.
You feel me? Yeah. Like as a Drake fan, I'm like, damn.
I'm a Drake fan.
You feel me? Like,
I love Drake. Like Drake is one of my biggest musical inspirations, and I just think like how Kendrick says it very boldly, like bro, you know what you're good at. Go and make a hit. Go and make something catchy. Go and sing. Like that's what we know you for. You don't have to play
the culture.
a part. Like you don't have to play a bad guy. No one's asking you to be a bad guy, Drake. Like that's not the role we ask you to come and fulfill. Like I understand that you can do that. You can step into that kind of role, but especially against someone like Kendrick,
No, it's almost like that had to happen because, like, you know, hip hop ebbs and flows. Like, you can even go back and watch like old Nas interviews or Biggie interviews, and when they're talking about like, yeah, like did you sell out or did you become, what's the word they'll always use? Like it's not tough anymore. It's not street. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and then in the interview they're always like, yeah, but at a certain point you have to sell. You have to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all are broke.
right, at some point.
But there's a balance. So it's like at a certain point, Kendrick or an artist like Kendrick would have encountered Drake or an artist like Drake.
Right.
It almost feels inevitable, right?
100%.
Yeah, because that's, in my opinion, that's how culture forms.
For sure. It is. It is. And we can't look at it as such a, at the end of the day, it is entertainment. It is like how we go about it. And that's a part of the industry that we're in, you know? So I really get it. I don't want people to look at it as such a bad thing of, we shouldn't be beefing with each other and that kind of stuff. Especially because they're able to keep it cordial and keep it like playful and keep it just music. If it comes to a thing of now lives are being lost or whatever, that's a whole different case for me. But I know it's not going to that extent. So
the only one that I'm feeling like is the skin color situation. I'm like, you know, you feel me? Like I just have to like remark upon that, just like out of my own experience. Like,
how you feel about it? Speak on it.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, who has the right to determine who has had enough black experience to call himself black? I'm like, is that who decides that? I don't know.
Who decides that?
Who?
So as a light-skinned man, do you feel like at times people try to play in your face about that too? Of like you don't have the like I know you had to go through that kind of being not black enough in that case.
It's just a matter of what determines what makes someone black. I thought I knew, right. But nowadays I'm kind of like, I guess I don't know, you know. Right. So like not only based off of this beef, but this beef kind of highlights that, right? Like, you know, like this is obviously a discussion that people have in their heads. Most definitely. But not everyone like is like a Kendrick who can like say it.
Most definitely.
You know.
Most definitely. And I think that's a really good point that people need to talk about. And I think that the side that you are on or that you represent is not often shared or talked about, of like how someone like Drake can come in, because I feel like at times Drake or someone of like Drake's complexion would feel like it's not even my place to come and defend because I know I have the technical like advantage in a way, or like because of being light skinned.
Even in Nigeria, they're looking at me like, you know what I'm saying, like going
exactly. So that's really interesting of a point. I think it really is so dependent on the person, and I know there are certain case scenarios where it's like you're white passing, and it's like people can come and be like, well, you haven't experienced the things that we've experienced, because if you walk outside right now, they don't see you as a threat because you look like one of them.
Visually, you know what I mean?
Right. But for someone like you, someone like Drake, it's like that you don't necessarily. There's not a white passing. You know what I mean?
Answer.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
this discussion, bro, it's ongoing.
Man, always will be.
If we never have it, then we'll never get closer to understanding.
100%, and that's the divide. Even when it comes to African Americans and Africans, you know, like those kind of.
Bro, I'm so glad you said it. Okay, so
come on, somebody.
So we're open now. It's open. Like, you know, like at this point. If someone is African American, like African, you know what I'm saying, like African American, is that more African American, or someone like who is, you know what I'm saying, descendant of slave, is that more African American? Like which? I don't know,
bro. Like people going to debate on it forever, but it's like I just viewed it so strongly as like it's such a miseducation on both ends, and I really understand because. Like going to a HBCU for college for the first year at least, like opened my mind up to so much. Clark Atlanta.
Okay.
Yep,
that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah. For the first year, that opened my mind up to so much, especially when it came to that diaspora type of thing. Is there are a lot of Black Americans that are really so highly uneducated, and I don't even blame them. They're just so uneducated about Africa and Africans in general.
Facts.
There was one of my like close roommates in Clark Atlanta, or like one of my closest homeboys, genuinely believe that Africans and African Americans have different blood. Like there's a scientific difference between the two. And I'm like, but I can't even blame you, bro. Like, cause of the miseducation.
My boy,
man, we have different blood. Like you are completely different. Like I'm just like, wow. Like the only thing that is different is. One is more or closer to the distance from the culture, the distance from like of being educated of the culture. Yes,
African culture or like
of African culture.
Even American culture too, because sometimes like I feel like my dad would make like an American culture reference, and it'll just be a little bit off. You feel
that great point. The African parents are also so uneducated about because they're viewing Black Americans in the way that we've seen from our parents of like. They come here and you guys don't even understand the struggle that we had to go through to come here to work our ass off and get to America to get these opportunities, and y'all are here with all these opportunities and you're blowing it on killing each other and selling drugs and this and this. They're seeing it from a real white person perspective of Black Americans.
So is an African immigrant Black?
Yeah.
Okay, why? Because of the skin color. So you feel me though? Like there is like a
there's a whole different. I feel like both of them have a very white man's view of the other.
That's interesting.
As in like a immigrant has a white man's view of Black Americans, and Black Americans have a white man's view of Africans.
Bro, we're gonna have to do a whole panel on this because this is
please, bro. Because I was talking about this forever.
I need more perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Like because I feel like you and I we could. Yeah, we could go back and forth. It's nice to have like a group discussion on something like that though. But definitely. Let me just kind of try to wrap things up, you know, because we do have a limited time. So let me just like, you know, everyone has their core message. You know what I'm saying? Or like the thing that they're really trying to pursue or like share with the world. Like, and like, I'm not saying this is like the biggest platform ever, but this is a platform. So if there was a message that you could send to someone who might be seeing this just randomly on TikTok, you know, TikTok can go anywhere.
Of course.
What would you say?
Follow God, trust in God in everything you do. Put your faith in Him and watch what happens. Try and positively impact everybody you can while you're on this earth. Meet people and leave a mark while you're here. That's the best thing you can do, and go about your life in a positive way, because life is only how you view it. It's nothing about anything else. If you view life in a positive way, then life will be positive for you, and you just have to give that positive energy into the world. It's going to come right back to you, and live your life in that way. Have God lead your way, and give all your stress and troubles to Him. You hear me? So that's all I would advise anybody ever for the rest of my life is do that.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, that's the message, man. A lot of people need to hear that message too. And it really comes down to the energy that you put. We are energy.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm attracting energy and I'm putting bad energy,
Don't make sense.
what am I going to get? If I'm attracting energy and I'm putting good energy, okay.
Come on.
If there's anything else you want to add? Otherwise, you know, just say your name one more time, what you represent, and then, yeah.
Always, it's Mack. It's Mack OC, and it's representing love, man. I appreciate staring at the city. I appreciate all y'all for watching, whatever it be, and we're gonna be back here soon with bigger platforms for both of us. You get me? Only up. Banga. No cap.
Thank you, bro.
Okay. Thank you. No cap.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Like, these discussions, bro. It's the spark, you know?
Man.
Sometimes I'm seeing Water Wave or Live on Lake Street.
Talk about it.
Am I missing one?
Talk about it. No. Go ahead. Talk about it. What you got to say?
That's all I see.
Let's be a buck.
Am I missing one? I mean, I guess Motivation and Hustle, but they're not as consistent, you know? Like, and so.
You got the 2 main ones?
Yeah.
Water Wave, Live on Lake Street. What about them?
That's it. Like, that's all I see. And so I'm doing this because I'm like, there should be more.
That should be.
Yeah.
And there should be different topics.
Because this is fun.